Someone said let's pull up loco. You know we up next, pull up mobos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it out, let's take a photo now. But for now, I'm loco.
Yes, my people, we're back with another one. Yeah, you know we don't stop. We got to keep going, man. Hey, this Gyokeres thing is going bananas. Yeah, I can't keep up. Big and serious. Every minute I turn my head, something news come up. Boom. It's crazy. But I told you that every day I'm here. Whatever's going on, I'm keeping you updated. I'm going to try and make the videos a little bit shorter as well. So it's just give you the daily update, bam, and then cut. Later, give you another daily update, boom. So I'll try round it up to like a, not too long. But you know the thing already. If you're new here, subscribe, etc. You know how it gets. But let's get straight back into it, man. Gyokeres. This has come out from the same article that leaked everything. They're the ones that said that Sporting's having dramas. Gyokeres and his agent are having dramas with Sporting's president. And then now they've come up yesterday. They're the ones that came out. Let me show you, lot. They're the ones that came out first and said that, where is it? Did I not put it on here? Yeah, look, they're the ones that came up first anyway. And they're the ones that said that Gyokeres is not going to Manchester United. They said it at 9 in the morning. And everyone was like, whatever, man, some Portuguese source. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know him. Like, who is this geezer? You're just lying. And then later through the day, the proper journalists all caught on, and then it turned out to be true. So record_Portugal are very reliable when it comes to Sporting. And they've came out about 45 minutes to an hour ago and said, listen, Arsenal freezes the transfer of Victor Gyokeres. Arsenal have got fed up with Sporting's demands, and Gyokeres is no longer their first choice because it was too expensive. Sporting asked for 80 million euros and Arsenal have turned back to Cesco again. I don't know if this is games or mind games from Berta. Do you understand? I don't know, but for the last couple of weeks, they have been more interested into Cesco. So it was a shock that they was even in for Gyokeres recently. So it's all mind games going on, man. It's all crazy right now. No one really knows what's really going on. But let me show you lot about this Record Portugal. A lot of people think they're not reliable. Remember, they're the ones that leaked this first. They put this first on yesterday. 9 o'clock in the morning, this came out. Record Portugal. Victor Gyokeres has told Manchester United that he will not be joining the club this summer. Record Portugal said that yesterday. And everyone thought, whatever. They're trying to get clicks. They're using Man United's name. It's not true. Blah, blah, blah. And then Fabrizio came with a dagger late night and just said, yep, it's true. Victor Gyokeres' priority is to join Arsenal this summer, despite calls from Manchester United. So, Record Portugal is reliable. Let's not sit there and say, I'm out here clickbaiting or I'm doing the madness. No. Record Portugal called it first, and then Fabrizio came and called it. So, Record Portugal have got a bit of clout. So, they've come out here today and they've said, Arsenal freezes the transfer of Victor Gyokeres. Arsenal have got fed up with Sporting's demands, and Gyokeres is no longer their first choice because it was too expensive. Sporting asked for 80 million and Arsenal have turned back to Cesco again. So what's going on here then? What is going on? This has just gone mad. Are we gonna go? Are we still in there for Gyokeres? Are we gonna wait around? So what? If Arsenal go for Cesco, we're gonna take Gyokeres after that. After he's already told us Arsenal's his first choice. How are we going to feel about that? How can we feel about it? You understand? We're 15th. To me, I'm just like, bruv, you don't really want to play for us, but beggars can't be choosers. So I will take him. But how do you not feel about it? A lot of people might not like it. They might think, we're Man United. How can we? He should just want to play for us. And we know you get it. We're not really his main top. Like, it's a bit of a mad one. But if Arsenal want Cesco and they go for Cesco, Gyokeres is going to be there. He's definitely leaving the club. It's been said. So what are we going to do then? Do you know what I'm saying? What are we going to do then? What's next? And it seems like all the strikers were getting priced out of so much moves, or they want crazy wages. It's just not a good time to have a transfer window for strikers because it's just so crazy. Like everyone's going for 100 million euros or mad prices. So yeah, this is what's going on. Record Portugal. Remember, one thing they're doing, they drop their little bombs at 9, 10s in the mornings. That's what they do. They drop theirs early, and then the journalists in the main ones over here, Fabrizio's and that, they catch up a bit later. Remember, they're in Portugal. They're sniffing around these teams. They know the agents. Do you know what I'm saying? So we've got to take them all in, man. We've got to take all of them in. Every single one of them that speaks, as long as they've shown themselves and they've proved themselves that they could be reliable to an extent, we've got to talk about them. And Record Portugal has shown twice now. They came out with the agent talk the other day when the agent was having madness with the sporting president. And now they've come out with... Then they came out with Man United yesterday. Yeah? Man United yesterday were the first people to come out with this. Victor Gyokeres has told Man United he will not be joining the summer. Striker rules out Manchester United. That's all Portugal. Both of them sources. They came out first at 9 in the morning, and we just, whatever, man, brushed it off. And then it came out to be true. So let's not sleep on these sources. They've come out today and they've said Arsenal are not even in for Gyokeres anymore. They've freezed the transfer. Sporting want too much money, basically. They want 80 million. I think 80 million euros is worth him anyway. He scored 63 goals. 72 million for a man that scored 63 goals. Come on, man. I think that's worth it, man. Go. He's a proper number 9. He's going to take you to the next level. Spend the money and go. If they don't think he's worth it, or they're trying to play games with him and Cesco and get the price down, then I hear it. It's still early in the window, so I hear it. But this is stating that they've got fed up with Sporting's demands, and Gyokeres is no longer their first choice because he's too expensive. So they want Cesco. It's been said that they want Cesco for ages anyway. So it was a bit weird that it just came out of nowhere that they didn't want Cesco no more and they want Gyokeres. I don't know, man. It's a weird one, man. I hope they go for Cesco. I will still take Gyokeres. I know a lot of people feel, we're Man United. He's saying he don't want us. We're not his first choice. Blah, blah, blah. And like Ben Jacobs said yesterday, he said he prefers a move to Premier League. Arsenal still deciding between Benjamin Sesko and Gyokeres, but are simultaneously advancing both deals. Gyokeres will be open to Man United. There has been no formal rejection. So he hasn't rejected us. He hasn't flat out said, I'm not coming to Manchester United. He's just saying, I prefer Arsenal. And what can we say to that when we've got no leg to stand on? Even the fact that we're even in a conversation with Gyokeres after finishing 15th is crazy when you actually think about it. We should be getting linked to some dud players right now. People are talking about Jonathan David and all these guys. Come on, man. We need a proper proven number 9. Do you understand? But to be fair, someone like Jonathan David on a free and all these players, that's who we should be being linked with, finishing 15th. We shouldn't really have the pull to pull anyone else. But it just shows how big our club is that we can even still have conversations with these type of players. So I would still take him. If Arsenal go for Cesco and he's there, because the way it's coming out is, even Fabrizio he put Man United are still there. Like, Arsenal is his preferred place, but Man United are still there. And then obviously, like I said, today, it's come out from Record Portugal, the main source, that Arsenal don't even care about him like that. So if Arsenal don't even want him, and Arsenal are fed up with Sporting's demands and they want Cesco, they can't be bothered. Even though Cesco is meant to be more, which is a bit weird, then I don't know, man. It's a weird one. Like I said, the transfer window is still a bit old. It's still early. So anything can happen. This could be games. They could be playing games against each other. They're saying they're fed up with them. They're going to go to Cesco. So by the time they come back, Sporting might have just lowered it by then. Who knows? Who knows what's going on? But it's being said that Arsenal are done with him, basically. Cesco's the main guy. This guy's too expensive. So that looks a bit embarrassing on Gyokeres when you look at it as well. He's come out yesterday and said, I want Arsenal. I'm waiting for Arsenal. And then Arsenal's coming out and saying, bro, we want Cesco. We don't want you. It's crazy. And then we're just sitting there like, bro, it's crazy. It's crazy. It is a bit embarrassing and it is a bit mad. It's not what we're used to, innit? Teams have been rejecting teams for us. Mbuemo rejected Arsenal, Newcastle and Tottenham for United. So it's a bit mad. But then the lap rejected us, and then now to have Gyokeres he's basically rejected us, but it's only if Arsenal go on with it. The lap rejected us and Chelsea went on with it and got him. If Arsenal don't go for him, so he's rejected us, but we're second place. I can't see him going anywhere else. Apparently Juventus is into him and they want him as well. But I can't see that one happening, man. I can't see it. So, yeah, just to summarize it, Arsenal are basically fed up with Sporting's demands for 80 million euros, and they're not going for him no more. And they want Cesco. This is just another one of this is it. The same article broken down. It's basically said they've called their Gyokeres deal due to high prices. Arsenal have removed him from the priority list. Arsenal are now focusing on other targets, Sesko and Watkins. That's their other targets because he's too much in their head. Like I said, record Portugal. Some people might come in this chat and think, what are you reporting on these people? Record Portugal are reliable. They're the ones that broke the news yesterday about Manchester United not even being in the race no more. So just to let them know, I keep throwing this back in just to show you, look, they're reliable. Because they said this at 9, 10 o'clock in the morning yesterday. This is a newspaper. Newspapers come out early. So they put this yesterday morning, and then Fabrizio caught on a bit later and spoke about it. Yeah, Victor Gyokeres priorities to join Arsenal. So record Portugal as the ones that's come out today and said all of this, that he doesn't want it. They're not into him no more. So it's just crazy. It's just madness, this whole thing. It's just crazy. And then we're linked with, obviously, that's Rasmus Hojlund. Let me go with our next striker target, which will be Eitike. That's who they keep talking about. Man United are expected to ramp up their pursuit of Hugo Eitike. However, Frankfurt's valuation of 80 million will need to be significantly lowered before making a bid. And then Fabrizio's come out yesterday and just confirmed it, saying Man United have made contacts with the agents of Hugo Eitike as well as Chelsea last week, asking how much Frankfurt want. Their answer is 100 million euros. Liverpool are also interested should they sell Darwin Núñez. Listen, Eitike, he's meant to be a baller. I ain't seen much of him. I've just seen 1-2 link-ups with Mamouche. But I can't see how he fits into our team. I think he's a bit of a Xerxes type of player from what I've seen from him. Having two Xerxes don't make no sense. And for what I've seen that Ruben wants, all the players we've been linked with, Osimhen, Gyokeres, Delap and Mateta, they're all bullies that sit in the box and score goals. Box strikers. They're gonna be at the end of that cross. They're gonna make it happen to score a goal in the box. He seems like a Xerxes to me. So what's the point of having two Xerxes? It didn't work out the best last season. Not saying Xerxes was rubbish. Xerxes is good, but it didn't work out the best where we scored a lot of goals last season because we felt like we never had a proper number 9. So what is the point of getting someone that's similar to Xerxes? I wouldn't see how that happened. And especially for that price, 100 million, what's that, 85 million pounds or something? We're not gonna spend that. He's had one good season. Like, it's not gonna happen. Do you know what I mean? So that's Eitike that we're linked with. He's like the next guy now. Do you understand? Like, it seems like Gyokeres dissed us yesterday and we're putting all our eggs in one basket now because I ain't heard about no other strikers. I heard about Osimhen the other day, but then Eitike now. That came out the other day, yesterday, from Monarch on the left. And then on the right was Fabrizio saying it after the Gyokeres news. So, yeah, that's a mad one. And then we got Rasmus Hojlund, full speed ahead. Inter Milan are very keen on the Viking. Is that what they're calling him? The Viking? Yeah, cool. Manchester United want to sell at 45 million. Loan with near obligation clause idea. Disagreement on urgency of efforts. And then Gazzetta. So this is two different. The Sport Witness, I think they're like Portugal. And then you got Gazzetta, which is in Italy. And they're saying Inter are accelerating Hojlund deal after receiving yes from him. Inter want loan plus buy option. Man United want permanent deal for 45 million. Listen, all these loans is long. We put Rashford on loan, Sancho on loan, Anthony on loan, Malacia, they're all back. We can't get rid of none of them. So it's like a short-term problem. Like, yeah, they go on loan and then they're going to come back and it's the same thing. Now you're paying all their wages again in full. So what is the point? Just put something in there. Don't be putting no Sancho obligation in there where you can pay 5 million and opt out. No, put a proper obligation in there and he'll go over there and probably kill it. There's a lot of space in that league. You've got 36-year-old, 37-year-old defenders in that league. Rasmus will have a field day, just like McTominay is. He'll score loads of goals. There'll be a lot of revisionism. Oh, we should not have sold Rasmus. Blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. But let him go over there. Do what you got to do. And yeah, just stay. Do you know what I mean? I can't see why they're even in for him. They've got Lautaro Martinez, and they've got Thuram. Why are you even in for Rasmus Hojlund? That is crazy. But it is what it is. I hope they take him off our hands. Yeah, it wasn't working for him here. All the best type of thing. But I think he has to go, man. It's just better for him and his mental space anyway. I can't see him staying here and trying to make it happen. It's not going to make no sense for him. Because you're going to be number 2. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ruben has made it obvious. We didn't score enough goals last season. From the time he said that, he's saying, listen, this attack is not it. Garnacho's leaving, you're next type of thing. So, yeah, I can't see him staying, man. And then we've got, obviously, the news that came out with Osimhen the other day. Manchester United have reopened talks to sign Osimhen. That's from Get French Football News. Victor Osimhen is now back at the centre of renewed talks with Man United, which have recently resumed around the terms discussed a few weeks ago. €12 million salary for the striker and a $75 million compensation package, including bonuses for Napoli. So listen, we're just linked with strikers now. I don't know if this is a game with Gyokeres, like we don't care and we're just going to go for anyone. We've got other options, or we actually want, this is my number one. We should get Osimhen. He's a proper bully. He scores goals, but his wages is putting everyone off. And he turned down Saudi. If you turn down Saudi, I don't know who's going to make you happy with the wages if you're turning down Saudi. So it's a mad one. We're going to have to see what happens with this. It's interesting, but yeah, that's it's meant to be a little 15-minute roundup. It's just gone over. I'm going to be back on later and I'll keep you updated with all the rest of the news. But to just summarize, striker targets are Osimhen, Eitike, Hojlund's meant to be going into Milan. And in the same outlet that reported yesterday, Victor Gyokeres has told Manchester United he will not be joining the club this summer at 9 in the morning. And then Fabrizio caught up on it later on. Remember that, that same outlet, record_Portugal, they said it early in the morning and then he said it later on, have just reported the same thing, that Arsenal freezes the transfer of Victor Gyokeres. Arsenal have got fed up with Sporting's demands and Gyokeres is no longer their first choice because it's too expensive. Sporting asked for 80 million and Arsenal have turned back to Cesco again. So that's just summarising it. That's what's happened now. I'll be back on later with the latest news. Quick 15-minute update. Make sure you like, subscribe, the whole jazz.
Got some celebs, pull up local. You know we up next, pull up mobos. They don't be there on repeat, they're like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. But for now, I'm local. For now, preserve the beat, I'm